Every mom wants everything for their kids. So to have the trust in a product that not only 100% safe, but 100% effective is priceless. They become such a staple in our home. That's just what we use for everything.
Essential oils that you purchase on the open market today are either going to be synthetic or they're going to be engineered. Right from the beginning, having a completely pure essential oil was everything to us. Our focus was that you can't improve on Mother Nature, and you shouldn't try.
We had to ensure the purity, the potency of these essential oils coming from the plant, unchanged as nature produces them.
I had always been looking for more of a natural form of healthcare after I had kids. I was shocked at the lack of resources that there were as a parent.
We really felt like that this was a path that was really needful in the marketplace. We knew that people needed to have an experience that was different than what they'd ever had before.
I would take them home and share them with my family. There were things that were helping my wife, my children. We became converted by using and experiencing the benefit of the essential oils.
The dream for us at doTERRA is to have an essential oil in every home. And there will be many different ways that we can do that together.
Day by day, week after week, year after year, it just works.
With a background in biochemistry, I began looking at the chemistry of essential oils, looking at the chemical structure and how that interacts physiologically with the body. My interest became piqued at that point.
I'm a licensed nurse practitioner, and I worked in critical care for over 14 years. I started using a lot of essential oils and sort of experimenting on my family, my neighborhood.
Having the essential oils, it's empowering, and I'm so grateful that I've started to shift to a healthier lifestyle.
A lot of direct selling companies create a business opportunity, and then they go find a product to push through that business opportunity. doTERRA went out and found a product and a passion and a mission for a product, and then we decided that the direct selling channel will be the best way to share that product and teach people about that product. I knew we could make something new and different with doTERRA, and it would truly be something I would be proud of.
What really needs to be understood is that our model is really focused on two things. It's focused on getting the best and helping the most. When we get the best oils and we help the most people, that's a formula for success.
I just think the whole planet is being lifted by this company, and it makes it so easy to be passionate because I know that every step of the way, it's lifting someone. It's blessing someone. It's a light to someone.
Something that grew out of just a love for the oils, and it's given me so much more hope for the future.
We are interested in having the purest, highest quality essential oils that you can have, but in the process, we're also very interested in doing good in the world.
We chose to be a person-to-person model because we knew that this would empower people to step into their full potential and truly make the world a better place as they pursue what's pure to them.
Right, welcome everybody.
That's right. Welcome doTERRA family to our first Leadership Live.
Yeah. Well, we adapt well.
Yes, right? We do. Absolutely. In fact, we were supposed to be in Arizona.
We were, but we were throwing a few curveballs, but it's all good. Like I said, we adapt well. Adaptive.
That's right. That's right.
Like that?
I do like that. And that's, in fact, one of the products or exciting messages that we get to share with you during our time together.
For sure. But just a shout out to everybody who's tuning in, wherever you're tuning in from. Thank you for getting together. We hope that you're practicing social distancing.
That's right. Safe, social distancing, good hand washing. And of course, using all of the tools that we all know and love that doTERRA has for us to keep our families safe and healthy.
For sure.
So why don't we just dive in and tell them how to get the most out of their Leadership Live, where they can tune in, and what dates to plug into.
Before that, you reminded me.
Yeah?
Swag box.
Oh, yes.
Get your swag box out right now.
That's right.
There's some key things that we're going to go over. I believe you got a swag box. I didn't get one.
Well, you know, ladies first.
Okay, all good. It's all good. If you don't have a swag box, it's okay. You do want to grab your adaptive, though.
That's right. Now, I've got my Touch with me. Sai has his 15 ml and also the capsules. But what you should have is a 5 ml. Now, you can't even buy this. This was just our gift to you, right? For registering and for showing up. And make sure you have that ready as you tune in to one of our special messages.
Amen. And speaking of special messages, we got a great one today. So we'll get right into it, but let's talk about what you said. Let's break down the format just so that people know what to expect. Following this session, Friday, April 17th, we'll have the next session, which is the second session.
That's right.
We'll take a break off for about a week.
That's right. Just
and then,
you can plug back into to your life and take away all the tools that you've learned and apply them, and then you're going to join us back
Monday, April 27th, 6 p.m. I'm excited. This is our very first doTERRA men's event.
Now, can women come? Like, what's the deal?
Yes, for sure.
Okay, just
Everyone's
making sure.
invited. Please come. It's going to be exciting. But I will say this. So those 3 sessions, hold on. Those 3 sessions lead up to the granddaddy of them all.
That is right. The bases are going to be loaded, right? Just for that home run Grand Slam.
And that Grand Slam is happening May 1st, that Friday after the men's session. So mark that in your calendar. Mark those 4 events in your calendar, but you will not want to miss this.
That's right. So stay tuned, stay plugged in, and let's get going.
Let's go. Let's go. One thing we want to get into is we have a video.
That's right.
We love our leaders.
That's right.
And so you want to talk about that really quick, just the video?
Sure. Now, as you know, we get together for very specific reasons, to celebrate. It's a family reunion, and to also share special messages. But one of the main reasons that we love to get together is to celebrate your success, your hard work, all of the efforts that you've made to get this company to where it is today. So without further delay, I think that we celebrate our family members that have made us what we are in 2020.
Amen.
Should we do it?
Roll the video.
doTERRA family. Thank you for this opportunity to be recognized. I'd like to use this opportunity to give thanks to God, to my family, to company, to all my uplines, to my fellow builders. I want to encourage you, press on. 加油.
We are so excited to be new Presidential Diamonds. Thank you so much for all of you that helped us to achieve this huge rank. My biggest piece of advice for those of you who want to achieve Presidential is believe that it can happen, plan on it, and find the right people to work with you.
And I just want to say thank you to everyone on our team. You guys all worked so hard for this.
You guys are awesome. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. I'm Linda Yi. It's such an honor to speak to you. I'm asked to share a suggestion. At the say and the time when you see slow progress, you must keep reminding you to believe in yourself, believe in your team, and believe in doTERRA. If I can achieve this goal, so can you. Thank you.
To reaching Presidential Diamond, there are many ways to get there, but definitely it starts with yourself. If you want to lit up the fire in other people, you need to be burning. You need to be burning yourself. And if you burn, then that flame gets more people surrounding you, and that creates a team which gets you higher and higher.
Hi everyone, my name is Kelly. I'm from China. Now I live in Lehi, Utah. I hope everyone built doTERRA have a bright future. Remember, never give up. If I gave up 3 years ago when I dropped from diamond to silver, I won't be here today. Again, back to my team, my upline support, my dear account managers. Thank you.
Hi everyone. We're so excited to be here today with all of you amazing doTERRA leaders. I just want to say many thanks to everyone from company and our team who have supported us. Thank you.
I'm so grateful to have met doTERRA and the essential oils. It brings me so much joy in my everyday life. Along with all my Diamond Above leaders on my team, we want to thank doTERRA.
Thank you, doTERRA.
Thank you, doTERRA. We all love you.
All right, well, congratulations again. We really do appreciate you guys. Thank you for what you do.
That's right. You've made us what we are today.
Amen. And so we're going to roll right into our next speaker. Like I said,
right.
we have an amazing lineup.
That's right. And this speaker is a man that really needs no introduction.
At all.
He is loved and revered by this entire doTERRA family.
For sure. So we're going to bring him out on stage, but please help us welcome to the stage founding executive and CEO Dave Sterling.
Simone, Becca, thank you. Aren't those two great? It's always so fun. They have a real synergy when they get together, don't they? It's my pleasure just to take a couple of minutes and welcome all of you to doTERRA's leadership event here for the year 2020. This has already proven to be quite a year, I know. We've been scrambling, a lot of you have been scrambling to adjust to this pandemic. We know it's impacted many of you in a lot of different ways, some of you emotionally, some of you socially, perhaps some of you, sadly, economically. But we hope that you're safe. We hope that you're healthy. We hope that your families are coping well. We hope that those of you who are home with children who have been sent home from school are coping well. Our biggest prayers are with you. Anyway, just briefly, I just want to share that doTERRA is well prepared for what's taking place and for the crisis that currently is impacting so many millions of people right now around the world. And as we are fortunate that unlike many companies that have been devastated by this crisis, it's really not had a huge effect on doTERRA. We're grateful for this. All of our employees are still fully employed. We're still up and running almost entirely, and we're weathering this quite well with all of you. But we're excited to bring you this virtual leadership event. We've never done anything quite like this before, and we've seen a lot of things in the last 12 years, but this is definitely a little bit new. But we are actually pretty excited about this for a number of reasons. We have the opportunity to bring you all of this content. We're going to bring you all of the breakout training that's going to be on demand, so you won't have to choose which one to go to, and of course you get to watch this from the comfort of your own home. Also, you know, you don't have to worry about furiously taking notes or taking pictures of everything. This is something where you're going to be able to watch and rewatch your favorite presentations again and again and again. You know, something that I think we're all kind of excited about too is that this content, these programs, this amazing training we're going to have this year won't be limited to just our silvers and above in the United States and Canada. This year, it's going to be open to all of our wellness advocates all over the world on a global basis. And so we welcome a larger family that'll be a part of this year. We hope that you feel our sincerity, our love for you. We hope that you have full confidence that things are going to continue to run and run very, very well as we go forward in the future. But get ready, as you're going to receive segments of this content and this training over the next couple of weeks. It is really, really good, and I mean that. This will be some of the most exciting things we've ever done, we've ever announced at doTERRA before, and with a crescendo as we get to the last part. I think you'll be very excited about some of the things we'll be announcing a little bit later on this month. So thank you for joining us. We love you. We wish you could be with us, but thank you and enjoy.
Wow, thank you, Dave, for that incredible message and always for being that voice of calm and bringing that vision to this company.
Reassuring, hope, you just feel good.
You
right?
do, absolutely. And as Dave mentioned, you know, this is new for us too. So we're adapting and we're adjusting, and we're grateful to come to you screen to screen instead of knee to knee, and bringing the magic in a different way.
Now, okay, speaking of magic, speaking of screen to screen, some fun I want to have, and you make the call, you're the GM, and so you have a lot more power than I do. But what do you think we did a competition, gave away some things?
Let's do it.
Okay, here's what I'm thinking. You take a selfie on how you're viewing leadership, right? You and your teams, or maybe not your teams, because we need to be socially distant.
That's right.
Post this selfie and hashtag it Leadership Live 2020, and we're going to pick 10 winners. You cool if we give away some adaptive touch?
I'm cool. Let's show them how to do it. Let's just get into it. There you go.
I got the perfect selfie stick right here. All right. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So post that, hashtag it Leadership Live 2020, and we'll select the winners. Now, Becca, it's never easy to follow Dave.
No, it's not. In fact,
it's tough.
It is tough.
But
we got the right guy to do it.
We got the right guy. He's trained. He's equipped. He's awesome. And he's another guy that doesn't need an introduction.
That's
but
right.
I'll just say this. Every time I see Rob Young, he never ages. And so I think we should call him Rob Never Aging Young.
Done. I think we can get it.
Fitting?
We can get that taken care of. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
Well, without further delay, please help us welcome our next speaker, Executive Founder, Rob Young.
Thank you, Becca and Simone. It's a pleasure to be here today. It's so excited to be participating in this important broadcast. And I'm also happy today because they've asked me to talk about product, and you all know how much I love to talk about product. But again, this is a great event, and I appreciate this opportunity to talk to you, our leaders at doTERRA. We are going to talk specifically about some exciting new product launches today in our adaptive category, but I'd like to begin today with a little bit of a product vision or overview for 2020 and beyond to kind of put our adaptive program in context of other things we're trying to do at the company with our product offering. When we talk about our product offering, as you know, we actually offer, I would say, 3 different products at doTERRA. We do have our wonderful wellness products, but we also offer a product that's an opportunity for people, if they love our products and they want to share those products with their friends and neighbors. They can, as you know, as leaders in the company, most of you are participating in this small business opportunity. We also have something that's very important that in a sense is a product. It's not necessarily something we put a price on or sell, but it's a very important part of our product mix at a company, and that is our community or our culture as a company. And although we can't be with you today in this broadcast, we still feel connected to you as part of our doTERRA family and our doTERRA community. But today I'm going to specifically talk about our wellness products. Those are our essential oils and our essential oils infused products that we love so much as a family. When we talk about the term wellness at doTERRA, we describe ourselves as an essential oil wellness company. And when we describe wellness, that means 2 things for us. That means living a life that is both free from illness, but also full of energy and vitality and strength. That's what we describe wellness as a company, and that's our mission as a company, to help you and your friends and neighbors help the world feel more vitality and strength in their lives. Now, when we talk about the not perfect conditions of wellness or suboptimal wellness, I'm going to make reference today to kind of a metaphor. This diagram represents kind of a funnel. And what we want to make sure in the world is we need to go out and make our best efforts to live healthy and to practice good lifestyle choices and create an environment in which we can be healthy and well. But sometimes we can get on a suboptimal slide that if not addressed or not changed, can get us stuck in the bottom of this funnel where we say we're sick or we're ill. And if we're not careful, we can get stuck in that end of this funnel, and it's hard to climb out. So again, at doTERRA, what we're trying to do as a company is we're trying to turn that funnel on its end. And we're trying to teach people healthy lifestyle choices, teach them how to take care of themselves, offer a line of wellness products. Now, certainly there are times that's beyond our control, or maybe we don't always make the best lifestyle choices. Certainly there are times when we become sick and we have to seek out help from our wonderful frontline medical professionals and heroes of the day. But it's our responsibility that we practice good, healthy lifestyles, and we know how to take care of ourselves. We use our doTERRA products appropriately so we don't get stuck in that funnel. Instead, that is something that's there at the top of this lifestyle sequence, but we're going to stay focused on the bottom of this sequence when it comes to our lifestyle choices and using our doTERRA products. Now, that may be familiar to you because it kind of looks like another diagram that we've been using since we started doTERRA, and we call that our doTERRA Vitality Lifestyle Diagram. And that includes 4 lifestyle steps of eating right, exercising, resting and managing stress, and reducing our toxic load. And then there's 2 final steps that have to do with our healthcare choices, and that is being educated about our self-care options, and then being proactive and educated with our healthcare providers. Now, I can use another metaphor if I'm going to use a statistical control chart. And again, the idea is that we want to be in this optimal center zone from day to day throughout our lives. But as we know, there are times when we kind of get in that suboptimal range. Again, this is normal. This happens to all of us. But what we want to be careful to do is not stay in that suboptimal zone too long, because if we do, then that increases our chances of sliding into that sick zone. And again, doTERRA doesn't participate in that area of this chart. Our goal is to bring people back to this optimal center, to spend less time in that suboptimal zone and spend more time in that optimal center. So how do we do that? Well, we do that by making your bad better and your better great through offering a line of essential oils and essential oil infused products. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about our product mix. There are 4 primary categories of our product mix. Okay, the first one is our essential oil singles. The second category we're calling our essential oil solutions. You might be more familiar with that as our essential oil blends. We also have a category of essential oil lifestyle or living products, and then we have a 4th category, a nutritional products category that we're going to call, today we're going to call that our superfoods category. Now let's talk about our first category. Those are our essential oil singles. This is the foundation and the focus, and will continue to be the focus of our company. Over the last 13 years, we've made huge investments, and we've had a very strict focus on developing the world's highest quality, most efficacious line of essential oils. Now, we've done that starting with our global botanical network, working on the supply side. We have our CPTG quality control standards, and then we continue to partner with both in-house and out-of-house partners when it comes to our clinical study and research. Now, where do we go with the future of our single essential oils? Well, we're going to continue to do what we've done in the past. We're going to continue to be dedicated to oil discovery. We're also going to conduct ongoing research, much more than we've done in the past. We've dedicated some huge resources to that in 2020 and beyond. And from that research, we're learning things to help us with new and proprietary and innovative ways for you to use our essential oils through new delivery systems. Now, in our second category, our essential oil solution category, we have the foundation of these solutions in our hero blends. And some of these blends, as you know, are our most popular products, from On Guard, Breathe, DigestZen, Deep Blue, and of course our new adaptive blend that we just launched at our last convention. Based on these hero oils, we believe that we can build taller structures on these hero oils that we believe over time can become much more than they are today, much more than just our hero oils, that we can create programs around these solutions. We've identified 7 solutions that we're going to focus on to begin with. Those include our mind and mood wellness, metabolic energy, pain management, immune defense, digestive support, respiratory health, and cellular energy. And there may be more in the future, but if you look at these 7 pillars or these 7 solution areas, these represent some of the primary issues when it comes to keeping healthy and well. Now again, you are our leaders, and most of you are small business owners. These categories also represent good business for you. There are a lot of products, a lot of money being expended in each of these categories throughout the world today, and we should participate in these categories, and these categories provide you with a good business opportunity. But more important than that, each one of these categories represents issues that we feel, to support our mission as a wellness company, that we need to be involved in these categories because we have a duty to do that, because they're consistent with our mission. So these, again, not only represent good business, but if we get involved in these categories, this is business for good in the world. And we're going to talk about one of these categories more specifically in just a short while. Our 4th category is what we call our essential oil living or lifestyle category. And as you know, those are products that are infused with essential oils that serve as kind of an introductory or bridge to the rest of our essential oils. And I know a lot of you use these products in your home and love these products in your home, but these products also serve a business function for you as you introduce people to essential oils. This provides people with a familiar place to interact with the essential oils and start to understand essential oils. Now, as starting now and moving through 2020 and beyond, there are a number of changes that we're going to make in this category. We're going to enhance our skincare offering and our hair care offering. We'll continue to expand our bath and spa line, and we're also working on an exciting new line of non-toxic household products for your home. And of course, we will continue to launch our limited time offerings and our product promotions that are so popular with you and your customers throughout the year. Our final category is our superfoods category, our nutritional products category. And sometimes people ask, well, those don't have essential oils in them, so why are you focused in this category where everything else you do is about essential oils? Again, we talked about our lifestyle, our vitality lifestyle philosophy, and at the foundation of that philosophy is eating right. It's so critical to our health and everything we do that we make sure we have a optimized diet or optimized nutrition. And you know, we started with our great foundational program of our lifelong vitality program, but we have a number of other plans to continue to look in areas of micronutrients, macronutrients, including proteins, and other superfoods like greens and other products in this area. And you'll see some of those exciting products also begin to launch this fall. So those are our four product categories. But today, we're going to spend the balance of our product time this morning talking about the specific solution category of mind and mood wellness, okay? Now, of course, you guys know we've given that a name, and we call that the adaptive category, and we launched some essential oil products in this category as our first steps into this category, but we believe it can be much more than just these products. Now, our adaptive program is designed to help people get out of those suboptimal conditions of cognitive performance and emotional well-being and kind of pull them and optimize their cognitive performance and their emotional balance. So that's kind of, again, the target that we're after. We want to be careful that we don't get stuck in a funnel in these areas and get stuck at the bad end of that funnel. If I were live with you and if I could ask for a raise of hands, how many of you have a loved one or a friend or someone that you know that might fall into this category of suboptimal cognitive performance and emotional well-being? I imagine that if not everyone raised their hand, it would be almost everyone. This is an issue. It's a growing issue that it really is something that needs to be addressed. And we feel as a company this needs to become a very important focus for our company. It's certainly consistent with our mission as a company. It's not going to become everything for the company, but you're going to hear us talk a lot about this as we develop out this platform of mind and emotional well-being. Now, when we talk about mind and mood wellness, it's difficult to describe this all the time. It's hard to say when one starts and the other ends. So I'm going to share with you now kind of a diagram or a philosophy. We've tried to map 4 areas of concern, 4 areas that we want to optimize with our adaptive program. And we've done that along 2 continuums. And the first continuum that we've drawn is what we call a cognitive or a mind continuum. And on that continuum, we have rest on one end of the continuum, and we have focus on the other end of the continuum. Again, our goal here is to optimize rest and optimize your mind performance and your brain power and your focus, okay? This is real critical for our brain. During our resting hours is when our brain is regenerating, it's defragging, it's trying to separate what was important in the day from what was not important, and we need to have that rest, that good quality of sleep and enough sleep so our brain can rest and be prepared the next day to process everything we throw at it the next day. On the other hand, if we talk about optimal wellness, we're talking about that includes a focus and a strength of mind that we can bring cognitive power and cognitive attention to the task at hand. So those are the 2 ends of that continuum. Now we overlay that with an emotional continuum, and on one end of the emotional continuum we have stress, and on the other end of the continuum we have mood, okay? Now stress is something that's normal. We all have to deal with stress every single day in our lives, but if we get into too much stress and we can get overwhelmed with that stress, then we lead to some situations emotionally that we don't want to get into. On the other side of that continuum, we've listed mood, And that refers to kind of our passion and our zest for life. We don't want to be in a situation where we're losing interest in life, that we're discouraged. We want to make sure one of our goals is that optimally our mood should include a zest and a passion and a hopefulness for life. So those are the 4 areas that we focus on with our adaptive platform: rest, focus, stress, and mood, and optimizing those 4 areas. Now, you know this platform right now as an essential oil offering, and that's wonderful. We offer our adaptive essential oil blend. We offer that blend in a touch format, and we also have a dietary complex that includes the oils and other active ingredients to help balance and impact and optimize those 4 areas. But today we're very excited to announce the introduction of 2 new features of our adaptive platform. And that includes an app, a mindfulness meditation app, and coupled with that app, we are launching a powerful and proprietary biofeedback tool. And both of these components of our adaptive program are exciting because, number one, they will help us measure and give us quantitative feedback and data in those 4 areas of our mind chart. And the actual process of measuring those things also helps us improve our condition in those areas. So we're excited to talk in greater detail about that today. But to do that, first we're going to watch a short adaptive video, and then I'm going to turn the time over to Del Brown, who is our Executive Vice President of Healthcare Initiatives here at doTERRA, and he's going to give some greater detail about both our mindfulness meditation app and our biofeedback tool. Thank you for your attention. I wish you and your families health and happiness during this time.
I am Gabriel Brown.
My name is Jerry Chandler.
I'm Jessa Wright.
Hi, my name is Linda Schneider.
My name is Dahlia Crane.
Hi, my name is Kim Larson.
Hi. We all have high expectations of ourselves. I personally have these unrealistic expectations that I'm going to be this June Cleaver mom, that nothing I'm going to say is going to embarrass my children.
We knew that I was already dealing with the stressors of work as a first responder police officer. Finally kind of came to a head, making it where it was very uneasy to go out and enjoy things with my family or friends.
And my entire life, I have watched my mom struggle with stress, anxious feelings, overwhelm. It made it so that it was very difficult for her to show up in her life the way she wanted to.
So I've been using essential oils for over a decade, and I've used them for everything, but I never used it for mental well-being because I never even thought about it because I never struggled with it. And then I got super sad and was really struggling. I was at my mom's house one day and she walked into her giant oil cabinet and she opened the thing up.
Adaptive was something that we had just been exposed to. It was something that Kat had pretty much told me, you're going to use this, you're going to use it consistently. I started to use it throughout the day. I would use it whenever I was trying to go to sleep. That was a big thing for me.
The way I feel when I use adaptive, it's almost like if I had a pair of sunglasses on when I'm sad and everything's just dark and heavy and not clear, and then you take the sunglasses off and everything's just a shade brighter and it's lighter and happier. That's how it feels. That's the best way to describe it, honestly.
It has been so fun to watch my mom show up in her life the way she always wanted to.
My life feels so much more full. I don't dread anything. I'm back to my old self. I feel like me again.
The soft gels that were making the biggest difference. My husband can notice a difference if I don't take the soft gels or not. Honestly, my favorite part about it is that it's natural and it has no side effects.
I just wanted to say thank you, doTERRA, for these calming capsules.
I cannot thank you, doTERRA, enough.
Thank you, doTERRA, for giving me a version of my mom I didn't know existed.
Wow, that was a great video. Very powerful testimonials, and thank you, Rob, for that very kind introduction. Essential oils, mindfulness meditation, and biofeedback. Each of these independently is a powerful tool in preventative mental health. Today I will be talking to you about how we are bringing all three of these together in the ultimate solution for mind wellness, a growing need in the world today and a cause worth fighting for, a cause and a company that I am both grateful and proud to be a part of. To give you a sense of how big this opportunity is, let's look at two other business ecosystems. Here's a snapshot of the fitness ecosystem. Wearable devices, health clubs, fitness software, and apparel are just some of its elements, comprising hundreds of billions of dollars spent globally every single year. But until recently, no single company had effectively brought these different elements together as a comprehensive fitness solution. But all of us know someone who is a member of Peloton, a fitness company that has been the first to bring multiple elements of this ecosystem together as a comprehensive fitness solution, all under one brand. And boom, the fitness industry has been turned on its head. Now everyone wants to be like Peloton because they have made it easier and more effective to achieve fitness. And membership in the Peloton Club also signals to your friends that you're fit. We have come a long way since Jack LaLanne, Jane Fonda, Nordic Track, and of course Richard Simmons. But today's story is not just the continued strong growth in the industry as a whole, but really in the story of a company breaking through with new innovation. Peloton's stock price tells us that people think it is going to grow like this, a new wave, a new industry within the industry. The second ecosystem I want to mention briefly to you relates to yoga. Now, 20 years ago, yoga was on the fringe. Maybe you knew a yogi, and some of you no doubt were. And look at yoga today, an $80 billion industry, with Lululemon dominating the industry as the singular dominant company in the market. Subscribers to these powerful brands, Peloton and Lululemon, communicate to their peers that they get it, that they have chosen to associate with these things that signal their ideals, their values, and how they want to be viewed by their peers. This goes to the very core of human nature, to communicate to others that we are healthy, that we will make a good mate. So here we see again a growing market with an innovative company comprising a substantial part of that growth. Yoga and Lululemon are an example of something that was at one time small and esoteric, but that has now become a thing. And I would like for you to hold on to these two concepts, the value of an integrated solution and the notion that small things can become great. Let's now come back to what economists are referring to as the anxiety economy. On any given day, almost half of us will check the box on any one of these areas affecting our mental well-being: stress, focus, mood, or sleep. And it's so sad. The world is spending $500 billion every single year on just focus, mood, and sleep, all to maintain their edge, sometimes to survive the demands of life. And what family today has not been impacted by loved ones for whom these issues have become chronic conditions? Our healthcare systems are broken and overburdened. The world begs for a better solution. And there are some interesting partial solutions that are emerging. Mindfulness meditation has become a fascinating market as millions are now discovering its benefits. And although long known to many of you, here's a breakdown of that current market. It spans all ages. It skews largely towards women, although many men use mindfulness meditation daily. And of course, users of this technique and this practice have all of the same issues that most of us deal with in our life. There are two dominant players in the mindfulness meditation market, Calm and Headspace. They have hundreds of thousands of active users, and each has raised tens of millions of dollars, which monies have gone primarily to acquire those users. We are now seeing the early stages of this emerging market, a small thing today that we think will become very large and very substantial. There are many different players independently offering partial solutions. Essential oils and mindfulness meditation are each, again, independently, powerful tools in maintaining mental well-being. But if only there were a simple, reliable way of measuring your stress levels, your rest, your mood, and your state of focus. If only there were a way to track those levels and to use that biofeedback to discover and to make positive adjustments in our lives. Just imagine if a company had the vision, the technology, and the wherewithal to integrate all of this into a system for total mind wellness. And just imagine if they were partnered with the greatest volunteer army in the world to advocate for it. Well, no one else has CPTG oils. So of course, no one offers this integrated system until now. Introducing the doTERRA Adaptive System, bringing each of the elements together into a fully balanced and complementary solution for total mind wellness. A comprehensive solution to keep us in the zone, a comprehensive system to change lives, a comprehensive solution that the world is begging for. Introducing the Adaptive App, the digital half of the adaptive system for mind wellness. With simple, sophisticated, and powerful meditation content, professionally produced, daily journaling, and in-depth progress tracking. Enabled by our powerful and proprietary biofeedback technology, we even have a dedicated production team that will be producing lots and lots of new premium content every month. These are the digital products that pair perfectly with our physical products, Adaptive Calming Blend, Adaptive Touch, and Adaptive Capsules. A truly integrated solution, the only totally natural and totally integrated solution for total mind wellness. Now I want to turn our attention to the state-of-the-art technology that is at the core of our biofeedback engine. Throughout the app, you will see repeated prompts to record your voice, to recite affirmations before and after meditation, and to make verbal journal entries. Yes, speech, your voice, is the window the app will look through to extract rich insights about your current state of stress and rest. This is biofeedback that is tested, patented, simple to use, and always at your ready. It is my privilege to now introduce to you our partner who has developed and now provides us with this technology, Mr. Henry O'Connell from Canary Speech. Henry, the floor is yours.
Del, thank you. Thank you very much. I'm excited to be here today. I'm excited for the opportunity to work with you and work with doTERRA, and I'm excited for the opportunity to speak with you about Canary Speech. Canary Speech is a company that's approximately 5 years old, but the story of its creation goes back nearly 30 years. 30 years ago, Jeff Adams and I became acquainted and have a lifelong friendship. At that time, I was working at the National Institutes of Health in a neurology research group studying neurological diseases. Jeff Adams was working at the National Bureau of Investigations. At the NSA, Jeff was doing decoding, mathematical modeling. He's a mathematician by training, and his job at the time was to protect America against intrusions from other countries. That lifelong friendship continued through the years. And 5 years ago, when we got together, Jeff had become one of the leading experts in the world in speech and language. And over that time, I had worked in several technology companies, running many of them as their CEO. Jeff and I asked ourselves, what could we do that would impact on and make a difference in the world? And as Jeff described to me what was going on with speech and language, I asked him a simple question. I asked him, what would you do with speech and language, Jeff, to make a difference that could improve the health and welfare of people throughout the world? And Jeff said that he would like to apply speech and language to the discovery of health conditions through voice. So we set up Canary Speech. At its core, Canary Speech is a speech and language company specializing in identifying human condition and disease. What we set out to do was to make it practical and easy for individuals to do assessments in their lives. To understand what Canary does, you need to understand that we look at human emotion and conditions. A story I love to tell people. My wife and I have 5 children. They're grown now. They're all married. They have their own children. They live out of home. So in any given day, I don't know what's going on with my kids. It's not like when they were young and they would come home from school and a simple stride across the room, I could tell whether it was a good day or a bad day. When I looked at their face, I would know whether they had had a happy day or if it was a troubling day for them. All of us have experienced this. But with them living out of home, those physical attributes and those physical cues in their personalities and in their environment are detached from me. I'll call my daughter on any given day. And within moments, and I can assure you, it's irritatingly accurate, I'll ask her in that telephone call, and it has nothing to do with the words she's speaking. I'll ask her, honey, what's up? I'm able to read in those few early moments of that conversation whether she's happy or she's sad, whether she's upset or depressed, whether she's just having a bad day. I asked my friend Jeff, how are we doing this, Jeff? And he said, I'm not exactly sure. What we did was we went on to identify 2,500 biomarkers in speech. Those 2,548 biomarkers are fundamental in how the central nervous system creates language. Language communicates not just the spoken word, not just the meaning of the words that we have said or the sentences that we construct and put together. It also communicates our emotions and our feelings, and it communicates whether we're happy. It knows when we're excited. All of those things are being communicated as these elements, which are components of how words and language are created. From that, we're able to construct and create mathematical models. Those models, when they're exposed to as little as 3 minutes of conversational speech, can identify with very high accuracy the kinds of emotions that are currently in our speech. Now, historically, this type of analysis goes back nearly 20 years, but it focused on word patterns, the types of words we were using, the gaps in those words and between them, and tonal qualities. All of these things were the surface elements of how speech is communicated. Our approach, as I mentioned, was to identify and use these 2,548 biomarkers. Every 10 milliseconds of speech, we extract and measure all 2,500 of those biomarkers. In a 3-minute piece of speech, we may have 200,000 data points that allow us then to identify with high accuracy a whole range of human conditions and a whole range of human moods, and we can even identify a range of different diseases. We understand if a person is thinking with clarity or if potentially a lack of rest is causing them not to think with the clarity that they would when they wake up from a restful night. What does this really mean? What Canary discovered and has received 5 patents for, both in Europe and the US, with pending patents in Asia, was that below the level of speech, we had the opportunity to recognize an entire richness of information that was buried and hidden before we discovered it. That allows us to effectively and easily measure voice using smart devices such as smartphones or tablets, gathering information from standard conversations, and be able to return within seconds scores that are meaningful concerning ourselves and our loved ones. Our solution combines a range of different characteristics in speech, linguistic and paralinguistic information. That information makes up not just the words and sounds and tones and quality of our speech, but also the song and musical elements of our speech. They are connected to the central nervous system that controls a whole range of functions in our body, allowing us to create languages. Our brain is such a wonderful thing. We communicate in hundreds and hundreds of different languages, but the central nervous system is common in how it creates all of these. And we have found across a range of languages that these biomarkers are consistent. That provides us then with the opportunity to take these linguistic, voice, and spectral characteristics and to build those into models. Those models then can be built into a simple, repetitive system. That system can then return a score from the voice samples that you give back to the app and give you biofeedback not only on how you're doing in stress or anxiety, but how restful you are. And in the future, we'll look at your cognitive function and return other elements that help you manage your health. When I was in early meetings with Dell and other members of the executive team, I was asked a question: why doTERRA? Why do you think that Canary, Speech, and doTERRA should team up in this partnership? The first time Dell and I spoke, he asked me this question. I mentioned to Dell that I had found in my journeyings around in the companies that I was working with, I found doTERRA's footprints there so many times before me. I found that we had a similar vision. Our vision to improve health of people, to seek to enhance people's lives through products and technologies. I found that we both cared for people, where they lived, where they worked, where they prayed, and where they played. We believed that people needed to improve their lives no matter where they were in the world. This is more timely now than ever. With all of you out there, I want to express to you personally my desire that you're healthy and you're well and that you're happy. In working with the people at doTERRA, I have recognized that we shared an unmatched sense of urgency to serve people. And that urgency drove us to do things that would improve their lives regardless of where they lived. In the partnership between Canary and doTERRA, what it really meant to me was that we could together have an opportunity to realize this shared vision. In its simplest form, that is to improve the lives of people, to enable people to manage their lives, to be better and to be the very best they could be, to allow people to take ownership of their own health, to provide people with the tools, technology, and products to improve their health and their lives, and to do this in a practical way where people live, where they work, where they play, and where they pray. It is truly my honor to be associated with all of you, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to speak with you today. Thank you.
Wow, thank you, Henry.
Thank you, Dale.
Appreciate you very much. We are so happy to have you and to have your team as part of the doTERRA family. Together, we are indeed going to change the world. Now, guided mindfulness meditation is the key therapeutic aspect of the adaptive app. For many of the millions of people to whom you will bring this product, mindfulness meditation will be new. Don't worry, we make it easy to learn. We have had the good fortune to partner with some of the true experts in this field. And right now I want to introduce to you one of these experts, Sarah Clark. Sarah is the primary author for much of the content currently on the adaptive app. Other authors will soon join her, but for now, let's welcome Sarah Clark to take us through an actual meditation session. Sarah?
Hi, everyone. I'm Sarah Clark. It is such a pleasure to be with you, even in this format, and really a wonderful opportunity and a privilege for me to have the chance to create some mindfulness content for this new adaptive system that doTERRA is creating. It really intersects a lot of interesting things, and I'm delighted to be a part of it. I'm going to guide you in just a moment through a mindfulness meditation practice. We're going to bookend that meditation practice both on the front and the back end with my reading of an affirmation or an opening and closing statement. And this is the same statement that you would have access to in the adaptive app. One of the things you could do with this affirmation in the app is read it and record it into your phone both before and after meditation practice. And then that voice data can go through the Canary voice recognition systems and give you biofeedback regarding stress levels, both before and after meditation practice. So that's really interesting, particularly if you're curious about that. The other thing that the affirmation offers is a kind of ritual. And one of the beautiful things about a ritual is that it stays the same over time, again and again, but our relationship to it changes. And that gives us a little insight into ways that we're evolving and growing. So that's another added layer of benefit to this affirmation. So I'll take you through that in just a moment, and then we'll flow from that opening affirmation right into the guided meditation practice, and I'll take you out of it as well. So if you're not already, please take a moment to sit as comfortably as possible. That could be up on the edge of a chair, where you can get your spine really tall. If you're sitting on the floor like me, you might grab a prop. I've got a big cushion under my pelvis now. Or you could lean into the back of a chair, but see if you could do that in a way where the spine is still kind of lengthened and there's some alertness to the physical posture, as well as some comfort. And then let your hands rest on your thighs, just palms down on your lap comfortably. And if you'd like, you could close the eyes now. If that's not so comfortable, you could just soften the gaze sort of down in front of you toward the floor a few feet. Let's take 2 big long breaths here. When you're ready, inhale deeply through your nose and fill your body up. And then let this exhale out of the mouth, maybe even a sigh. And one more time. Take your inhale slowly. See if you can fill up your back and your sides. And then this time exhale either through the mouth or the nose. And then you can let go of any particular way of breathing and just feel a more ordinary, regular breath come along. You can just feel your body start to breathe very naturally. Doesn't matter its rhythm or depth. And I'll encourage you now to turn your attention towards sounds. See if for a moment you could just open your attention up to the sounds of the environment you're in. It might help to relax your tongue and inside of the mouth so that the inner ear could also kind of relax and become perceptive, letting the soundscape change moment to moment. connect to a quality of listening with your whole body. Could your whole body listen for a moment? And I'll read the affirmation. May I bring curiosity and openness to my mindfulness practice. May I bring patience to the process and also turn that patience toward myself. For my effort and commitment to practice, may I uncover mental stability, clarity, and resilience. May my practice yield more skillful thoughts, words, and actions. May it be of benefit to all beings, everywhere. You can just let those words kind of land in your body. You might notice any sensation that's sort of there as you let the words be processed. And then can you take your attention down in your body to your pelvis, legs, and feet. And rest your attention in this lower half of your body and invite it to become really heavy. Can it ground and release to the earth? Your sitting bones release down, the weight of your legs relax down, and whatever part of your feet touch the floor. You feel a downward drop into the ground. Taking in how the earth itself is quiet and stable. Walk your awareness from that rooted base up into your torso and see if you could feel this gentle invitation to a long spine and your head just floating right on top of it. You could relax the neck and let that sense of ease flow down your shoulders, relaxing all the way down your arms into the quietness of your hands as they rest completely on your legs. The face can soften, and the tongue could drop away from the roof of the mouth. And then feel that you're breathing. And see if you could just locate somewhere in your physical body where the sensations of breathing in and breathing out feel clear. Maybe your belly, maybe right at the tip of your nose. Just find somewhere. And see if your attention can kind of hover there now. Could you feel your body breathe effortlessly? In a moment-to-moment way. Letting your mind's attention really rest here. Letting go of distractions, letting go of old stories, and just being in your breathing body right now. This is a way of connecting, of integrating our mind and really our heart's attention to our breathing body, to the physical experience of being in a body, connecting them consciously for just a few more moments. process can be very soft and gentle. You can take one more deep breath in now. And as you exhale and let it go, gently open the eyes. And I'll read the affirmation one more time. May I bring curiosity and openness to my mindfulness practice. May I bring patience to the process and also turn that patience toward myself. For my effort and commitment to practice, may I uncover mental stability, clarity, and resilience. May my practice yield more skillful thoughts, words, and actions. May it be of benefit to all beings everywhere. Thank you so much for your practice and your time. I look forward to connecting with you further through the adaptive system.
Thank you, Sarah. Isn't she wonderful? I feel so relaxed right now. I'm ready to start all over again. We are so privileged to have you on our team and to share your learning and your skill and your talents with us. Now I want to tell you how you can purchase and sell and share the adaptive system with others. Well, first off, anyone can download the adaptive app and get a limited amount of content and use all of the basic features. App users can then upgrade within the app to premium content for either $10 a month or $100 annually. But for our doTERRA family, you will be able to purchase a year's subscription on doTERRA.com for just $75 with $50 PV. There's another attractive option to purchase the 30-day supply of adaptive capsules and along with it, a 1-month subscription to the adaptive app for $45 and 35 PV. And of course, for those who are new to doTERRA, we will be offering a special enrollment kit that is comprised of all 3 adaptive essential oil products along with an annual subscription to the adaptive app. All of this for just $150 and 120 PV. And of course, there's free enrollment included with the adaptive enrollment kit. So please join us in this great cause and download the adaptive app right now. Yes, right now you can download and enjoy this app. Thank you very, very much. It's been an honor and a privilege to introduce this fantastic new system to you today. Now, in special consideration to those facing extraordinary stress relating to the current crisis, doTERRA will provide premium subscriptions free of charge just by calling into our call center. For our first responders, for medical personnel who are on the front lines, for people who have lost jobs due to the coronavirus crisis. If anyone is experiencing stress and needs the power of the adaptive system, these people do. And together we can make a difference right here, right now. So help us help them. On behalf of doTERRA, to all of you who are risking your lives to protect and to preserve ours, thank you for all that you do. Thank you.
While you were meditating, I actually jogged over here to the fulfillment center. It's about a mile away from campus. I made it right under 4 minutes, world record. Don't worry about it. But let's go ahead right into this state-of-the-art facility. It is amazing. We're going to give you a sneak peek right now. One of the biggest bullet points I want to stress is increased daily shipping capacity. What does that mean? That means we can pump out more orders than we ever have in the past. Now, this is one of 5 warehouses, but this is the granddaddy. This is the big one here. Just to drop a statistic on you, we can actually ship out more than 100,000 orders in one day. That's huge. So as demand for our product increases, we can actually match that demand as simply as scaling up with this awesome automated system, cutting-edge, state-of-the-art technology. That's big. You guys are going to love this. Eco-friendly packaging. Yes, you heard me. Check this out. This is really cool. You guys remember the air wraps and air bubbles? We got rid of those. Okay? And so we're reducing our environmental footprint in a very big way. Again, this is one of 5 warehouses, but we've already transitioned 3 out of the 5, and we'll soon have 5 out of 5. Let's talk about order accuracy, because that's big. Now, with our Pick Scan Verify, which pretty much means we scan every single product before it goes into the box, we are 99.9% accurate with everything. Is that good? That wraps it up for our sneak peek of the Fulfillment Center. We hope you enjoyed it. Speaking of enjoying, I know you're going to enjoy our next speaker, Jennifer Bittner, a diamond leader from Canada, right outside of Niagara Falls. She's a wife, she's a mom, but she has an amazing, amazing story with her experiences with mental health. Jennifer Bittner, everybody.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Bittner, doTERRA Diamond and Mind Fitness Advocate. I want you to picture your home, and you may be sitting in it right now, and if not, just imagine. There's probably things in your home that relate to your work and a few things in your home that relate to your family, and likely there's a few essential oils. Maybe you have oils in a drawer, or maybe you have oils in your bag or your purse, or perhaps they're hanging out in one of your pockets right now. Or maybe your oils are currently borrowed by your neighbor, and secretly you're wondering when you will get those oils back. I remember a time when I didn't even know what essential oils were. Now I can find a bottle pop up anytime I reach into a drawer or my purse or last season's jackets. What once we had no clue existed is now a staple in our lives. And when we know better, we choose better, right? Well, the reason you're even watching this video is because once upon a time, you were gifted an essential oil for a certain health goal that you had. Maybe you struggled with digestive discomfort and you were looking for natural solutions. Or maybe this is something you wanted to do to gain a new community or to help a friend out. Or perhaps you were searching for a way to create better financial health opportunities for your family. Plus, let's be honest, it feels awesome to achieve goals and have something to work towards. So think about something that you're looking to achieve in your life. Maybe it's physically, emotionally, or financially. I remember a time in my life before I even knew about doTERRA when I had one massive goal, and that was to land the role of general manager of one of the largest fitness clubs in my company. Now, I'm sure you have big ambitions too, and maybe you want to pay off your mortgage or hit the top rank in doTERRA, or perhaps your big goal is to be able to quit your day job so you can have more time at home with your kids. But what is at risk if you push too hard? Well, I landed that job all right, and now I was in a new routine of 60-hour work weeks, sky-high sales goals, a club that felt like the size of Disney World that I was responsible for, and a feeling of needing to prove that I was the right choice for that position. I worked so hard at this job. When I went on to be nominated for General Manager of the Year, I remember my boss had written in my introduction, "Jennifer runs her club like a tight ship with a party-like atmosphere. She rules with an iron fist that is bedazzled in pink jewels." I was the epitome of overachiever blended with director of fun. So needless to say, whatever I was doing, it exuded a lot of energy. So over the course of the next decade, I experienced the crash. My body was constantly shaking. I had chronic anxiety. I would hide myself in a dark office to come down from yet another panic attack. And I kept myself jacked up on coffee just to get through the adrenal crashes. Needless to say, my mind wanted what my body could no longer handle. Do you ever have similar feelings when you start to feel stressed or overwhelmed? Maybe you get broken sleep, or you notice your appetite changes. Maybe you just feel your moods start to shift. I knew I should be doing practices like meditation and relaxation and so on, but I just never really knew, is this stuff even working?
Perhaps you can relate. Maybe you know you're supposed to do something, but you're just not quite sure what that thing you're supposed to do is. Well, thankfully, this is when I learned about doTERRA. Now think of the person who introduced you to the oils, because this is where my person came into my life. At my absolute rock bottom, 10 years into my career that I had worked so hard for, and I was out of options for supporting my diseased state of mental well-being. That is when Erica showed up with a diffuser and a few of the mind mood management oils, Balance, Citrus Bliss, and Serenity. And these oils literally saved my life. A few short months after using the oils consistently, Erica did the bold ask and talked to me about the business. And I said yes. I knew I could not go on keeping these little bottles of miracles to myself. I had to share and teach others. I had actually just trademarked my business, Mind Fitness, which was all about a holistic approach to a fit and healthy mind, and I knew that these oils were the missing piece. I built to Diamond almost primarily focusing on helping others with their mental health and wellness. I felt such a passion for sharing how these oils can work on supporting our mind and bodies and help to restore balance. When I first started, we only had 4 oils in the Mind Mood Management collection. And then luckily, a few years later, doTERRA released the Emotional Aromatherapy Kit, and I was so ecstatic. 10 oils now that I could share and offer my customers that I knew would help them through emotional aromatherapy. Then, this September at convention, we released the Adaptive System. I had head-to-toe chills, like for real, a supplement with GABA, clinical trials, a blend primarily focused on mental health. doTERRA gets it! Now you may be wondering, what about that overachiever, high performer girl that burnt out? Well, doTERRA taught me the powerful lesson that as we aim for achievement, we need to honor our body, our mind, our emotional wellness. It's okay to achieve our goals when we make our mind wellness the priority first. Success truly can be healthy, and this is what I want for you. My wish is that you can achieve all the dreams you have, the ambitious goals, the wild ideas. I believe you can live your life in a state of ease and balance, and teach others how to do the same. It's also okay if you know you need to take care of yourself, but you're not quite sure what steps to take. And that is where this new product with Adaptive comes into play. For the last 5 years, I have built my business using the knowledge that I've had on oils and emotional aromatherapy. You can do what I did in your sleep now with this Adaptive System. doTERRA has made it so easy for us to help others looking for tools and support to create a fit and healthy mind. Now we know other companies have tried to ride our coattails, but this new addition to the Adaptive System as the app is unique. It's patented technology that has never been done before. The science of speech and patented voice analysis on stress and rest. This is the best replication model for wellness advocates. doTERRA has developed a mindfulness program that embodies what we need for balance and mental health. And together with the essential oils, it has become the Holy Grail. And the best part is this isn't just focused on mental illness, it's focused on mental wellness. It can be used for anyone at any stage in their journey, for being proactive to their mind fitness or as a solution for a current state of dis-ease. The power the adaptive oil and products already have, with now the app as a tool to back it, this is a complete system. And we just won the lottery. Do you realize what is in our hands? My favorite part is it allows all of us wellness advocates to share a series of products in living rooms and coffee shops that don't require us to have a PhD and no need for a prescription pad. Let's just say I like to call this Siri for the soul, and it has my vote. It is a home run, doTERRA, and I cannot wait to get out there and start sharing it with those who need it. And I invite you to do the same.
Thank you so much, Jen. That was a beautiful piece.
Amazing. So many tips,
Yeah.
a lot of impactful knowledge and ways to go out and share Adaptive and use it in your life and those that you love.
For sure. And I love that. I think at the end of the day, just hearing her stories is what moves us, right? It's inspirational. And so just a big shout out to you, Jen, for sharing that. And yeah, you know, you always want to finish strong.
That's right. And they have been fed for these last 2 hours.
Buffet.
Right? Feasted, and you've been equipped. So we would encourage you to stay plugged in, stay connected with us, check back anytime that you need to if you're looking for more information, if you missed something. That's what is so great about this live session, that it's being recorded, and you can plug in at any time.
Rewatch it. We also have I do want to give a special shout out to Dr. Hill.
Oh, yes.
Because his whole hour adaptive special is on demand. And so with all of this, Dr. Hill's piece and everything else, the world is yours, right?
That's right.
And so
you're empowered and informed to go out and make a difference in the lives of others.
But thank you for tuning in. This concludes this session, and we'll see you back this Friday, April 17th, 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time.
That's right. We'll see you then.
Thank you.
Hi, come on in. Welcome aboard Marine Corps Air Station Yuma. My name is Erin Nolan. I live here with my 2 younger sons and my active duty husband, and I'm excited to show you what a day in the life of my business looks like with doTERRA. Come on. My youngest son is Caden, and he's 2, and my oldest son is Ty, and he's 4. We live in Yuma, Arizona. We've been here about 6 months. It is very hot living here. My husband's a pilot in the Marine Corps, and he is gone a lot. So even when he's home, he's typically not home, and when he's traveling, he's gone for long periods of time. We do a lot around the house, just me and the boys. And I stay at home with them during the day, which is super nice to have that ability to be at home with them while my husband's gone so much. The joys of motherhood. Hey, come here. What are you doing? What do you have in your mouth? Swallow it. Can you swallow it? So this is where I get most of my work done. I like to stand when I'm working, so I just put my laptop up here on the kitchen bar. I'm able to do emails and Zoom calls and mentorship calls as well as consults. And I have found it to be super helpful to keep our oils out around the house too. One is conversational pieces when friends and mom friends come over, but also to show them that we use these on a daily basis. My husband has always wanted to be a military pilot, and he loves what he does. I love being a nurse. So doing doTERRA was never a means for us to bring him home or retire him or take him away from his passion, because I want to support him in being able to fulfill his love and passion. But it was a time in our life where it was hard for me to fulfill all of my duties and do all of the things, right? So my husband's gone, I'm at home with kids. So I almost had an identity crisis, I would say, and trying to figure out how to make everything work. And doTERRA just really fell into my lap. It was a lot of trial and error, a lot of learning, but it really was meaningful to have that supplemental income for my family. And I remember all the hard work that I had put into it in the beginning really paying off after my second son was born. He was born with a birth defect, and it snowballed into a lot of different medical issues where we were constantly traveling once a week, lots of doctor's appointments, 1 to 4 doctor's appointments every single day for months and months and months and months. And it was exhausting. And this was a time where I had to really, really focus on my family and step back a little bit from my doTERRA business. But the amazing thing is I was still making an income. I was still making a paycheck, and I was making my $1,500 bonus. And that was a huge blessing to my family. Yeah, so I just wanted to see if you wanted to schedule your wellness consult. You got your oils? Great. Have you been able to start using them yet? Well, when works well for you next week? What does your schedule look like? Welcome to my office. This is actually my closet. This was a storage closet that we've actually transformed into my personal office. This is where I keep my class handouts, my wellness consult tools. This is where I keep my oils. I do not sell retail out of my home. This is where I keep things that I sample people with or that I take to one-on-ones if they need more specific experiences. And then this also allows me to sit down and focus on a lot of the business I do online. I do not have a huge online following, but I do most of my business online because, like I said, I am military and I was raised military, so my network is everywhere. So it's a really great tool for me to stay connected with people and for me to do one-on-ones and coach them online through that experience. There's a lot of pressure on women. There's a lot of shoes we have to fill, and do we provide financially? Do we stay at home? How are we supporting our husbands? How are we supporting our children? And it became very overwhelming and trying to figure out how to navigate that. And with doTERRA and allowing that to fit into my life and fit into our family, it has given me peace. It's given me an ability to relax and know that doTERRA is going to be there and I can have it fit into our lives how it needs to fit into our lives. The gratitude I have in the doTERRA business is the holistic lifestyle it has allowed us to have, not just from a product standpoint, but from a place of balance and from a place of passion and a place of truth and a place of fulfilling my dreams and my goals and my intentions in my life. And for that, I'm very, very